Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you an AI tracking gimbal that can do this. Welcome to the video guys, I hope you're all doing well. This product was sent to me for free for review and I'm going to be demonstrating today what it can do for you. If you'd like to pick it up, you can find a link down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. All right, let's take a look at this thing in action. So if we power it on, holding the power button on the side for a couple of seconds, we'll get a beep and you see the gimbal activate. I'll run you through the controls. So at the bottom here, we've got a little joystick like you'd have on a game controller. And you can change the orientation of the camera. It feels quite responsive, very smooth action, so you could use this to get some very smooth shots. You also have this scroll wheel on the side here. So this was working earlier and it was letting me zoom in and out on the camera. I'm not sure why it's not working now. Let me make sure the Bluetooth is connected. Oh, there we go, now it's working. So yeah, you can use this scroll wheel to zoom in and out. This is really nice because a lot of phones now have actual separate cameras for their zoom instead of digital zoom. So on my Galaxy S24 Ultra, which I'm filming on, that has several cameras, so I could use this scroll wheel to zoom in, which is very handy. We then also have a button down here which allows you to take photos and videos. So if I press that little yellow button, it's going to start taking a video. And of course I can still control the camera and the zoom as well. To stop that recording, I'll go to photo mode. And of course that same button lets us take photos. You've got a mode button down here, and this switches from this F mode to point of view. And the difference I can see between the two different modes is one of them will keep the horizontal level of the phone matched, so it'll always keep it level and horizontal. And then the other one will actually match the direction you turn the gimbal. So let me show you. I'll just take the little mini tripod off on the bottom. So in point of view mode, you'll see that the orientation will turn for the camera. And then if I put it back in this F mode, the orientation will be locked. I can still turn the camera and it's going to match me turning, but it's going to stay level. And it's always going to stay in landscape mode. So you can also double tap the center button here that's inside the scroll wheel, and it's going to activate this kind of 360 spin, which would let you get quite a cool shot. Let's play around with some more of the features. So I'm going to put the little mini tripod on the bottom. I'm going to bring the gimbal closer so you can see it a little better. Let's try some of the AI tracking features. So I haven't fully utilized these yet. So this is going to be a live demonstration. If it maybe it will go wrong. So you highlight your object and the camera is supposed to track it. Okay. That's not working too well. Let me try doing my hand. Okay, that's working a lot better. I'm guessing it was probably the color of my black tripod. It doesn't really have a lot to break it up. Obviously, it stands out from the background because it's black. but it might be that because it's one solid color, the camera was really struggling to track it. Okay, that's quite impressive. So it is like following my hand off screen. Is it going to grab it again? Yeah. So once you go off screen, it seems to get quite confused. All right, let's try using the front-facing camera. And I'll put on body. Let's see if it's going to follow me. So I'm using this on a slightly older Android phone. I think this phone's that I'm testing this on is about 4 years old now. So I'm not sure if maybe this AI is struggling a little bit more because this is an older model of phone. But it's working reasonably well. Let's try a face. Okay, that's pretty responsive. Face seems to work really well. Let's play with some more of the options. So there's this panorama mode. I don't know what this is going to do, so we're just going to go ahead and test it and see what happens. I think it's taken a bunch of photos. It's also just started to rain, so I'm sorry if you can hear that in the video. I'm in my conservatory, so you might be able to hear the rain on the roof. So we've got a Hitchcock option. Let's try this. Ah, okay, so this is like I'm guessing this is like a zoom effect they do in movies. Let's try Inception. We've got this really cool spinning effect. Very cool. Let's see what else it has. Okay, this is really cool. So it's giving us a bunch of demonstrations. I wonder if I press use, if it's actually going to copy the demonstration in the video. Let's see. Okay, I'm not sure if you're supposed to kind of manually copy the video there. I thought it might automatically try and like frame that shot. I guess that would be a bit harder to do. Time lapse. So you got some time lapse options. Whole bunch of settings we can play around with in here. We've got a grid mode we can turn on. Oh, we can even upgrade the firmware of the gimbal. That's very cool. Whole bunch of parameters in here, app tracking speed, joystick speed. It's like you can reverse the joystick controls if you like inverted controls. So there's a lot you can play around with in here. I know there's even hand gestures as well. So fist gesture, switch video to photo, palm gesture, countdown to 3 seconds to start recording, recognize again and stop recording. OK gesture, turn on or off facial recognition. Hands, flat palms up, toggle horizontal and vertical screens, L-shaped. Pause, turn on gesture recognition. Okay, let's give this a try. So I'm going to use the front-facing camera again so you can see me. Get myself in frame. The camera's facing the other way, so the controls are kind of inverted. So I believe this one was to take a photo. Okay, it's going to start a video because I've still got it on video mode. I don't know if I can do it again to stop it. Let's try. Okay, that works surprisingly well. So that one is switching between video and photo. Let's try and take a photo. It's quite surprising how responsive it is, even on this older phone of mine. Toggle horizontal and vertical screens. Let's try that one, see if it works. So was it like this, I think? Turn off gesture recognition. Okay, did I do the wrong one? Oh, I got a thumbs up. Okay, I'm doing it completely wrong. Let's do it again. There we go. I mean, imagine doing this in public. You'd look very stupid, but it works at least. And you can turn the gesture recognition off and on as well. So if you're worried that's accidentally going to trigger, there's a little icon down here which you can turn on and off. So in terms of quality and how this gimbal feels, I'm actually recording on one of Aochuan's gimbals right here for this camera I'm using. And it's held up pretty well. I've had this for quite a few months now. I will link to my old video if you want to see that as well. But the overall feel of this gimbal, it does feel nice quality. The plastic they've used has a nice smooth finish, and it feels light enough that this would be okay to use for, I think, a decent period of time. I think your arm would probably start to ache if you was using this, for hours. But it feels nicely weighted in the sense that it doesn't feel cheap, but it doesn't feel so heavy that it's going to be uncomfortable to use. But, I mean, gimbals like this, they're not super light anyway, and they can't be because they have to have motors and stuff in them to move the camera. And of course, this is holding your phone as well. So if you have quite a bulky phone, you will need to take that into consideration as well. But depending on what type of shot you're getting, you can always just put the tripod on the bottom and have this rested somewhere. So what I'm going to do now is put my main camera on here and get some shots of it so you can see what it looks like. Before I show you some footage of me using this with my main camera that I'm filming with now, I forgot to mention that you can use this as a selfie stick as well. So we unscrew the little mini tripod on the bottom, and you can then extend up and use this as kind of like a selfie stick. And because it's not extending super far, this middle rod here, it doesn't really have a lot of flex in it. It feels pretty sturdy. It moves a little bit, but this coupled with the AI tracking and the stabilization of the gimbal, this should look very smooth still, but again, I will do some demonstrations for you in a minute. I'm now going to do some gimbal tests. So here I'm just walking along, holding my phone in my hands. I've left all the settings on default. I haven't tried to cheat or make this better or worse in any way. I've just used automatic camera mode on my phone, and here I am running, again just holding my phone. In the next shot I have the camera in the gimbal and I'm walking. So this is just purely to see if you guys can notice any difference, and running while holding the gimbal. And there's definitely a difference in the one of me running. I think it's a lot more noticeable. The one of me walking is, I think, less noticeable, but I'll play it again so you can see. I then wanted to repeat the AI tracking I did, but using it on my high-end smartphone and doing it outside to see if there was much of a difference. So this is the body tracking mode, and it does seem to be a little bit glitchy, but I think it's working a little bit better on this newer phone. And I'm not really sure how usable this would be in some situations, and you'll see in this in a second. I think again the face tracking works a little bit better, but a lot of the time I think if you was using this AI tracking feature, you probably wouldn't be moving around this fast. You'd probably be making more of an effort to get a more stable shot in the first place. But here you can see me trying the face one as well, and this does seem to work a lot better. And even at a distance, I was quite surprised how well it's locking onto my face. You'll see it loses me here, and then I come back into shot to see if it will re-grab my face, and unfortunately it doesn't. So the re-grabbing of an object or of a face can be a little bit buggy, which is a bit annoying. So hopefully they can improve this. I think I pressed the wrong option there by accident, and then I just re-enable it, and this time it works as well. So obviously me moving around here at quite a fast pace is not very realistic. If you're trying to film a stable shot or film someone, it's going to be quite unrealistic that you're going to be using a gimbal in this way to track a really fast moving object. I think for something like that you're going to need higher end gear. But if you want to just keep something a little bit more stable or in frame, this is a nice option. I don't think AI tracking is something I would really use a lot myself, but I'd be interested to know if it's something you guys would use or have used before. So my final thoughts on this product are generally pretty positive. I haven't really reviewed many gimbals, to be upfront with you, so I don't really have a lot of experience with using them. If you are more experienced with gimbals, please let me know your thoughts down below on this one. Is there any features missing? How do you think it performed? As I'm always looking to learn more about these products. But for its price, I think it might be a little bit pricey for something I would pay for a gimbal. But again, I don't have much experience with them. But overall, it did perform quite well. It has quite a premium feeling look and design. The controls are really nice and clicky. It doesn't feel cheap at all. The app works really nice, didn't crash, didn't have any major bugs with it, and the AI tracking works quite well. So let me know down below, what do you think of this product? I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. And of course, I will see you in the next one.